Why, hello everybody. Welcome to week 9 or spring break, depending on when you're watching this video here in Introduction to Criminal Justice. If you're watching this before spring break, I hope you have a great spring break. If you're watching this after spring break, I hope you had a great spring break. So before we get started at talking about what we've got going on this week, let me take just a minute to talk about the exams. Now, the exam scores were widespread. I'll tell you, we had a 60-point spread in the scores from the bottom student to the top. So, you know, top student made a 99. I'll let you kind of figure out. Actually, I guess it was more of a 59-point spread between the top and bottom score. There's some issues with several students. We had about a third of those who took the exam make an A or a B, so that's good. We had another 3 students make C's. That's fine. Then we had about 4 students make D's. That's not so fine. And then we had several that had really rather low scores, disappointing scores. So with that said, if you're one of those ones with the disappointing scores, something's not working right. You need to kind of work on things to reevaluate what's going on. If you're having difficulty taking tests, we've actually got some excellent advisors here on campus who work with students on things like text anxiety. We utilize these counselors in the police academy. In fact, in the police academy, if you fail a couple tests, then you are required to go talk to the advisor, who will then help you with things like how to study, how to take tests, and so forth. And we have seen that from this this work with them, we've seen testing scores improve quite a bit. So if you are one of those students, please reach out to me and I will make an appointment with you with the advisor, who will then work with you. We'll give them a sample of the test and they'll go over things. They'll talk about study habits, how to kind of read through tests and so forth. I don't know exactly what they do. I do know that they are very helpful, and I would like to see if you need the help, that you get the help you get. I mean, it's all part of the fees you pay here to the college, so let's utilize that. Next thing I've got is we'll go ahead and talk about what we've got going on in week 9. We'll skip what's going on in spring break because everybody's doing something different. In chapter 9, we're going to be looking at the courts and the pretrial process. So if you would, while you're reading the chapter in the book, while you're watching the video, start working on the chapter 9 discussion questions on the exam review portion of it, so that you can submit that with what you found most interesting about the chapter in your original post for chapter 9. Then you'll have to take that important quiz and make at least a 70. Again, you can retake all the quizzes and make 100. If you're one of the ones that had lower test scores, you probably want to go back and retake every quiz that we've had this semester before we get to the final, because 30 of the final questions are going to come from the first 12 chapter quizzes. So that's just kind of a heads up for you right there. And then you'll need to submit your follow-up post to discussion 8 if you have not done so already. I suspect that those that have, quite a few of them, are the ones that did better on the exam. Because that is part of the study process. Some of you have not submitted them yet, so get them submitted. But make sure you get all your follow-up posts done. With that said, that's all we got talked about for the new material. Let's talk about your research paper real quick. The papers, I've all graded them all, so go look at them. I was very lenient on these research papers. If you got the material across, you probably made an A. I think everybody but one student made an A, and that student that didn't, the issues they had was they didn't understand their topic very well and didn't really report on it in particular. So that was kind of the issue with that student. I'm not sure where they went or why, but they didn't get a grasp of what their topic was. So Everybody else made a kind of a varying grade of an A, and you will now have to present that paper. So be sure to do that. Let's see, those are due. When are they due? Okay, they're due on the 31st of this month. So you've got about 2 weeks to after spring break to get your video presentations in. Key thing here, we're outside of the lockdown period, so you need to present your paper before 3 live human beings. We no longer count babies. We no longer count dogs or cats, parrots, or even stuffed animals. That's what we used for many people during the lockdown because you couldn't be in front of other people outside your family, and many people lived alone or with so that was okay. It's not okay anymore because you can get with live people. If you can't find 3 people to present to, come to campus. We will get you 3 people for you to present your paper to. We'll get it filmed and we'll get it uploaded. We need to get everybody to get theirs uploaded in ShareStream, and we'll talk more about it when the week they're due, because then you're going to be watching each other's video presentations and asking at least 3 different students questions regarding their presentation, and then you'll, as a follow-up to that, you'll have to answer those questions. So that's something that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Get that thing out of the way, and well, that's all I've got for you for this week. If you are watching this before spring break, have a great spring break. If you're watching this after spring break, I hope you had a great spring break. I hope I had a great spring break too, because I'm recording this before spring break. We'll see you later, and I'll talk to you again after spring break.